Rum Explorers. I'm Nia, and this is part 2 of Down Island's review. Super excited to review this rum from Down Island. It's their latest release. So if you haven't checked this bottle out, it is very, very different than what I expected. So this is the Tahiti 2020. It says it was distilled in 2020, bottled in 2025. The still type is column still only, and cask type is French oak. The raw material is molasses, and this is bottle 179, cask number MK14. And the distillery is TIE Distillery in Punaruru, Tahiti. The alcohol by volume is a little bit higher. It is 68.2, so I expect a little warmth on the chesticles. And then this does say that there is no additives, just honest rum. It's aged 3 years in French oak in Polynesia, and then 2 years in England, and bottled and labeled in America. Let me come closer so you can see the bottle. So pretty typical Down Island rum with the description and everything. That's a perfect view of the color. It matches what I'm seeing. And then in the back, it elaborates a little bit on the aging process. Now, let's wait for the favorite sound. Ooh, that's a good one. Gonna pour a little. I don't know if I ever talked about this, but the corks from Down Island are all plastic. Not a big deal, just letting you know. The notes on this, I'm definitely getting a lot of caramel, vanilla, brown sugar. The legs are pretty lengthy. I'm getting the little beading on the top, which is interesting. Legs are very long. Even though this is a column rum, I am expecting a little bit something more flavorful, just knowing Down Island. Mike over there, he doesn't like muted rums, which that's why he's such a fan favorite. So let's try it out. Cheers. Oh, wow. So the caramel and vanilla and the sweetness, actually, it's quite sweet. The caramel vanilla translates to the palate, long palate, but very light on the palate. But at the end, man, on the first sip, very peppery on the back palate, very, very peppery, which is impressive. Kind of like when you have those rums that are aged in new oak. Very delicious. Obviously, warmth on the chesticles because it is pretty hot, but quite enjoyable, quite sweet. If I have to be honest, it kind of reminds me of a Spanish style rum. So, okay. So I'm going to keep thinking about this because this is a tricky one. Definitely gives me the sweetness and the notes. A little bit of orange or lime peel with the pepperiness on the second sip. Now, as far as the rum type in the Royal Rum Society's journal, this is going to be an aged rum. As far as a Gargano rum type classification is going to be traditional because this is a column. Then as far as the Royal Rum Society taste classification, this is going to be a 7. It's actually quite sweet for my palate. If you like super sweet, sugary, or flavored rums, this rum is not going to be that sweet for you. So I don't know, if you're wanting to push your palate, definitely recommend you trying this one. Then from bland to flavorful, I did give it a D. It's in the middle. It's not like a flavor bomb, but it's delicious. It's quite approachable. Like I said, the palate definitely evolves. It starts with your caramel, vanillas, your brown sugar, ends in that peppery note. But at the same token, it's very, very light. There's not a lot of tannins or dryness, and your palate is quite light. Then from harsh to smooth, I gave it a high at first, and then let me retry it again. Okay, it does mellow out a little, so I'm going to switch it to a medium. So for the taste code, it's going to be a 7DM for this one. And then for the whiskey exchange flavor camps, I'm going to put this as a fruity and spicy because, man, that palate ends at the end with a super peppery note or like orange peel note, which is quite interesting. So I'm going to call it fruity and spicy. So let me know down below, what are your thoughts? What are your favorite Down Island rums? I know we have a lot of fans out there that love these rums. My personal favorite, and as you know, I still have the Down Island Ghana in my treasure chest. Moment of truth. Let's see if this is going to replace anything in the treasure chest. So honestly, the way I'm thinking about this, I'll have to revisit this a little bit later because we still have a couple of our bottles in totes. So it's going to be real tricky. But if I had to replace this one with another one, which I find this one really enjoyable, I would actually consider this a great replacement for, don't kill me, for Spanish style rums because it's actually quite sweet and enjoyable. I would like to revisit the Brugal Visionaria and see if that could replace that one. So stay tuned. We'll see if this is treasure chest approved. But thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to the next rum. Cheers.